Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. My name's Mike McNamara. This is Screen Magazine. One of the great animators that we have in this country. His new feature called Cheatin just made its North American premiere here at the Slamdance Film Festival. I'm so excited to have him here with us here at Screen. Bill Plympton, welcome to Screen.
Yes, I'm really proud to be here. I love Screen Magazine, and I love talking about animation, so this is very exciting for me.
Great, let's do it. Well, you know, when we were talking the other day, right, when I landed in Park City, you mentioned why this feature, Cheatin, is so important to you and your career and to the world of animation in general. So tell me a little about that.
Well, first of all, this film is the first time I've been able to realize my illustration style in film. I was an illustrator for 15 years before I got into animation. And I had a great watercolor pen and ink style. It was very lush and very rich and very beautiful. And because of the technology, I wasn't able to recreate that. And for this film, I finally was able to do it. We scanned all the drawings. Well, we had artists that did watercolor on Photoshop and then used my pen and ink style on the drawings. And so it's just glorious to see watercolor on a film, on a feature film. You never see that anymore. It's really rich.
Yeah, and I also thought if we look into the subject matter, we had felt like this is more of a more serious film with animation. We had talked about, you know, sometimes with animation you're expecting a comedy and kind of slapstick, and you decided to go a little more serious with it.
In the past I've done films that are very raunchy, quite frankly, a lot of sex and violence, and this one still has a little bit of that stuff, but it's more of a story, more emotional. It's more female-centric. The lead character is a woman, Ella, and it's more about love and passion and jealousy rather than politics and fighting and craziness. And so that's another reason why I think this film is very special. But also I think this film is has all of my my best properties put into one film. I've been trying to learn how to tell stories, how to draw characters. These characters, I think, are really fully realized, both emotionally and artistically. And I think this film it really represents that growth that I've been going through. And I think this film is going to break that terrible American barrier, that fear against animated films that, number one, are not for kids, and number two, are not computer animated, and number three, are not put out by a big studio. And the distributors are very afraid of anything that's a little different in animation. They're afraid of animation in general. They don't understand the audience. They don't understand the distribution. But I think America's ready for this. I know Europe is ready. We've already sold the European or the French rights. It's coming out in April 23rd, I think, in France. France loves me. I'm the Jerry Lewis of animation in France. But America has a hard time with adult animation, and I think this is the film that's going to break that glass barrier that's been holding independent animation back.
Cool. Guys, we're talking with Bill Plympton about his latest feature, animated feature, Cheatin. We're over here at the Slamdance Film Festival. So it's just so curious for me to hear someone like you, Academy Award nominated, done so much great work, to be talking about, well, I'm honing my craft of storytelling. I'm finally starting to figure this out. And I'm sitting back here being like, I thought you had this figured out 20 years ago. No. So what were some of those breakthroughs that you had with this film where you started to say, hey, okay, now I'm taking these strides here?
I think they're on two fronts. I've really arrived at where I wanted to arrive as a young animator. Number one, I really arrived at a design look, a style, an animation style that I really love. I really just feel it's me. It's Bill Plympton. And number two, I really learned how to tell a story and how to build a story and build the character development and be a little more sophisticated in the subtext and the subtleties of storytelling. And I think this film really represents that growth. And you know what? I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still. Hopefully, the next film will be even better, and I'll learn more knowledge about you know, how to tell a story.
What is it? You know, I know this means so much to you to kind of break through with this animated feature to kind of change, change the perceptions or misperceptions that some distributors have. Yes. What's your plan for kind of make, I'm just curious, what's your plan for I mean, I'm sure the film will speak for itself, but for your own personal crusade here, for lack of a better term.
I don't have a special strategy for making this any different as a sales tool as my other films. I mean, other films have done pretty well. I Married a Strange Person was actually picked up by Lionsgate, and I actually got a check from Lionsgate, which is really rare. And my other films have sold on Netflix.
Did you cash the check, or did you frame it?
No, it's a good check. It was a very good check. Very good check. But this one, I think, is going to go beyond I Married a Strange Person and Hair High and Idiots and Angels. And so I did have a sale. I was talking to Submarine, and they were just too booked up. They had too many films they were handling, so they didn't decide not to take it. We're talking to some other sales agents, and hopefully we'll get somebody. We're not in a big rush because we always have a backup plan, and I think all filmmakers should have that, and that is that we can distribute it ourselves. I have a lot of theaters who love my films, so we'll take them, when I say, we show my film. And obviously VOD is very big now, and we know we can make a lot of money on VOD, and that's a very healthy option. So it's a really good time to sell a feature film, especially an animated film. And so we're fairly optimistic about the potential for this film, but I would like to get a theatrical release, and I do believe that we have a very good shot at getting an Oscar nomination, because I know the Academy loves independent films. They like the Pixars and the DreamWorks and everything, but they like to get some new blood in there and some independent ideas in there. They don't want the same old stuff they've had before.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me say one more thing.
Sure, of course.
We're here at the Slam Dance Festival.
Yes.
And it's really interesting that I looked at the Sundance catalog. There were no animated features on the program. There was a kiddie show.
Right, they were trying to get more in there this year.
Ernest and Celestine, which is a really good film. And mine is the only animated feature here in Slam Dance / Sundance. And I think that says a lot about this Park City events. And I don't blame them. They love famous stars, which brings in a lot of audience. They love the big directors. They love the cinematographers. They love the traditional filmmaking. And animation really is sort of the weird orphan, nobody, get away, we don't need you, kind of thing. And it's really too bad, because I looked at the list of the top moneymakers of Hollywood this year. 4 of the top 10 films were animated films. They're huge box office. And I don't know why these festivals are afraid of animation. I think it's an art form that they don't really understand, and it's like kind of spooky, these crazy artist people, and I don't know why we're sort of neglected at places like this, and it bugs the hell out of me. So I hope that Cheatin breaks that crazy stereotype.
That sounds good. It'll definitely do it. I'm excited to see it. The country's excited to see it, and it was great chatting with you about it.
America's ready
for Cheatin. That is a definite. That I could confirm.
Everybody's into Cheatin. Yeah.
Bill, thanks so much for hanging out.
You bet. I really, it's a real pleasure for me.
Absolutely, guys. That was the wonderful Academy Award nominated animator Bill Plympton talking about his latest feature, Cheatin. You can check it out right now. We've got links to it right here for you on Screen Magazine. My name's Mike McNamara. I'll talk to you again soon.